Hi, this is Hazel Kumano from 263AfricaTV. Today we're here with Nasheed.
Oh, she messed it up. Tariq Nasheed. How you gonna say you a fan and mess the name up? Take two.
Hi y'all, this is Hazel Kumano from 263AfricaTV. We're here today with Tariq Nasheed from Los Angeles, USA. He's here in Zimbabwe to launch the premiere of his movie. It's called
1804.
1804.
The Hidden History of Haiti.
Yes.
Yes.
So Tariq, before we go into the interview, I just need to ask you a burning question.
Yes.
Is your wife's name really Peanut?
No. That's just a nickname. No. Mama Peanut. Say hi, Mama Peanut.
Hi, Mama Peanut.
Yeah, that's just a nickname. Her name is Alexis. Alexis Nasheed.
Okay, so you're here in Zimbabwe. Welcome to Zimbabwe.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
actually
you.
really refreshing to have you here. I've seen you a few times. I've read a couple of your books.
Yes.
And pretty exciting. Tell us, why are you here in Zimbabwe?
So I'm here in Zimbabwe. I've been wanting to come out here for a long time anyway, because I've always respected the spirit of Zimbabwe. I've always respected the independence of Zimbabwe. And a promoter from Bitmari, it's a Bitcoin company out here, who does work in the U.S. as well. He's familiar with my work. He's a big fan, and he wanted me to come out with my new film, because my new film, 1804, is like, it was the #1 documentary in the world for like a month. It's #2 now, like on Amazon, so it's doing real well. And he wanted me to come out and screen the film, and I jumped on the opportunity. And I wanted to come out a week early. I've been out here for almost a week because I wanted to see Zimbabwe and feel Zimbabwe and the love. They've been so welcoming and loving to me. They had a reception for me last night. I didn't even know it was for me.
Okay.
They're like, yeah, we want you to come to a reception. I'm like, all right, cool. I went there like, you're the guest of honor. I'm like, wow. Okay. But the love is just amazing out here. And you know, I've been shooting videos and put them on Instagram and social media. So many people back home are shocked at the way Zimbabwe looks, because we're used to seeing things through the lens of the Western media. So they show you the most negative images they can show. They do the same thing with us. They show negative images of us in the U.S. So a lot of brothers and sisters here think that we're a certain way. But they don't show all of this beautiful, tropical, beautiful hotels, black people running stuff. They don't show that. So I've been showing people this stuff, and they're just amazed. So many people want to come out now. That's another thing. I want to start helping to increase tourism out here. I want the world, the African world, to experience Zimbabwe. This is a very, very unique place.
So coming back to your movie,
Yes.
but before we touch on your movie, I want to go to your books.
Yes.
I really want to understand the transition from the kind of books you're writing and the movies you're shooting.
Yes.
Completely
Big
transition.
But the thing is, you know what? I did relationship books. For those who don't know, I wrote a lot of relationship books. They started for men. My first book was a book called The Art of Macking. And it was a book telling men how to navigate through the dating scene. And what was interesting, a lot of women started to buy my books because they said, okay, I want to see what men are thinking. I want to know what kind of games men are playing. So women started buying my books. So then I got a book deal with Simon & Schuster to do a book for women called Play or Be Played. Yeah, that was a bestseller. So I mixed it up. I would do dating and relationship books for men and women. My last book for women was a book called The Art of Gold Digging. And my wife is actually on the cover. That's Mama Peanut on the cover.
Okay.
That's Mama Peanut on the cover. Not that she's a gold digger. She didn't go dig for me. But
Yeah, thank you for clarifying that.
yes. But I noticed something when it came to dating and relationships. The topic of race kept coming up because my books crossed over to a mainstream audience, quote unquote white. When you say mainstream, that means white. And they would ask racial questions like, well, will all of this information work for me if I'm white? I'm like, why wouldn't it work? And a lot of race would come into relationship issues because when you're dealing with relationships, you're talking about sexual interaction, and then that turns into procreation. And when you get into procreation, then the racial element comes in. So many people were asking about race, so I said, let me just do a book. I was going to do a book about race, talking about omitted history. And I knew that the new generation that we have now, they're on Instagram, they're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, so they have a very short attention span.
Yes.
So I said, instead of me writing a book, how about I do a documentary film? And it was just going to be me, just talking about history. I said, okay, let me take it a step further. Let it be me. Let me get a bunch of scholars that I love and respect and put them in the film too. So I got Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, Shahrazad Ali, Bill Valentine, so many great people, and we did Hidden Colors. And the Hidden Colors I had another name for Hidden Colors before it was Hidden Colors.
Okay.
It was going to be called Secret Niggas. But I ain't going to work. That's going to be too rough.
Why not?
I know it's just I said, because
catchy.
it's very catchy. But I said, churches and schools might want to show it, so let me just call it something else. So that's where Hidden Colors came. So we put the Hidden Colors out. It became the biggest selling documentary series of African history ever. No other film has no other documentary about Black history has surpassed that. And I'm very proud of that. It's a very collaborative effort between me and so many great people. So yeah, that took off, and that brings us to 1804. In the Hidden Colors series, we touch on the Haitian Revolution a little bit, but we touch on it for like 3 or 4 minutes. But I wanted to do a whole film about the Haitian Revolution because that history is so deep and it's just not told. Because we see negative images of Haiti all the time.
Sorry, but before we go,
Yes, go ahead.
Speaking about Haiti, why Haiti? Why Haiti of all countries?
Yeah. Because Haiti is the only country that had an enslaved population that rose up, overthrew their oppressors, and took over the state. That's the only time that has ever happened in history where an enslaved group, unarmed, and didn't have anything, took on the mightiest armies. They took on the armies of France, Napoleon, the British army, they took on Spain, and that has never been done. And Haiti's been punished ever since. They always make Haiti seem like they're incapable of governing themselves, but they're sabotaged over and over again, and we wanted to put a context to that. So that's why I think it was very important to tell how important it is for us to support Black empowerment, because anytime a nation or a state empowers itself, they need allies to back them up, and Haiti didn't have the correct allies. Yeah. And Haiti reminds me a lot of Zimbabwe. Yeah, a lot of that spirit. When I went to Haiti, the energy and the spirit reminds me of this. The way people carry themselves. There's a pride knowing that you overthrew oppression here. There's a pride knowing that you are governed, by your own people. And we in the States and we in Europe, Black people in the diaspora, we need to see that, and we need to come over here and experience you, brothers and sisters. We really do. This is the only place on the planet where Black people control everything from top to bottom. Good or bad, right or wrong. I know people have political differences, class issues, but as far as race, you don't have people standing over you, dominating you on a daily basis, and no other country can say that. Because even in other African countries, you still have economic imperialism where you have certain European bankers who control the nation. You have the Asian people who come in and they control the economy and they control the social order. I was in South Africa, completely dominated by the white society. They try to act like it ain't, but it is. But over here, there's Black folks running this all day, and I love it. Yes, it is.
I just want to confirm what you're saying.
Yes.
For me, growing up in Zimbabwe and being a Zimbabwean, it's refreshing. I've lived in South Africa.
Oh wow.
But it's refreshing where my daughter, just last night, was asking me, why does white people have white skin and black skin? With her, there's no racial issues. She has never experienced with her anything, none of any of that. With her, we are all equal.
Right.
She sees a white person, a black person, we're equal. She's just as curious as a white person would be about a black person.
And don't they call certain people born frees over here?
Yes.
Are you part of the born?
Yeah, I am.
And see, I know. You know what I noticed here? A lot of the older people, they understand racism a little bit more because they were there. When it was Rhodesia.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So they experienced that. So they're more aware of racism. Younger people here, they don't know.
Yeah.
You never really experienced any racism because nobody's been over you, dominated. So there's no clue about it. But that's a gift and a curse. Because when you see somebody from the dominant society, they'll sneak in and act like they're your friend. And because you don't have a negative relationship with them and you don't know what they're capable of, that can leave you vulnerable. You understand? So I think a lot of young people do need to understand it to a certain degree so that we don't get recolonized over here again. Because that's a big fear that a lot of us have in the diaspora when we see, with the whole thing with Mugabe getting out and they're letting in white farmers. We were like, what are y'all doing over there? What are y'all doing?
Yes.
We don't want Rhodesia 2.0. You understand? And let me ask you guys this. How did you feel about the whole regime change? How did you guys feel about it?
It was for starters, we didn't see it coming.
Okay.
It's something that just happened over 2 weeks. Nobody had, at least I'm speaking from a ground level.
Okay.
We didn't see this coming. And it's a refreshing experience and feeling because it's given us hope. I think most people are more hopeful than anything else, and we're looking forward to the future.
Okay.
That has been my experience. It is the hope, I think, for me is the most.
Because I wanted to get feedback, and people seem kind of hush about it. They seem like they don't want to openly talk about,
because
what.
we're not too sure.
Right.
Well,
because my thing, driving, I saw signs saying no immunity for Grace. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I know one thing, people don't like Grace. They don't like the wife. That was a big thing. Nobody liked her.
Yes, that's true.
But how are people's feelings on Mugabe himself? That's my thing.
Oh. I think people were tired. There's a great level of respect for our president.
Right. There's a lot of respect.
Level of respect.
That's one thing.
And a great level of love. But I think people just wanted something new, somebody who can take us to another level.
Okay.
At the point where he was, we just felt he was not able to. We needed fresh blood, new blood, and they were not willing to share that podium for us. But with this new regime, although we're still kind of trying to find our feet with him, with the new regime, we wait to see.
Right. But
we'll wait and see. But we rally behind the whole government. We rally behind them. But we wait to see.
yeah. Now the thing is, we live in the U.S. and we live right next to the top white supremacists in the world.
Yeah.
We got Donald Trump as a president.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, as Black Americans, you notice a lot of Black leaders and Black civil rights people come out of America. I mean, we have them here. You have a lot of, Mandela, you have Voltaire, Patricia Lumo, you have some writers out here too. But in the States, we are right there under them, so we know what they're capable of. So we're right there. I say like the world is a plantation and we're in the big house. You know what I'm saying? So we know what they're capable of. So our message to the brothers and sisters here, I know you want to open the doors for economic, flow, because there were sanctions put on the country because of Mugabe, and the reason why is because any type of Black empowerment nation, they're always going to try to sabotage it. So Mugabe did good in getting the land back for the people, getting the white supremacists out, because Ian Smith and the Rhodesians, they were open white supremacists. They said it. They believe in dominating people based on race, and this was going to be a white supremacist nation if they had anything to do with it. So the brothers and sisters here, don't let people come in and recolonize you, because when the white supremacists get a foothold in, they don't stop until they dominate, because they're all about genetic survival. And being around non-white people, they know when they interact with people and if they're not segregated, that will wipe out their genetics. So on a subconscious level and a conscious level, they have to dominate and control and ultimately mistreat. So I don't want to see a situation here like what's happening in South Africa. Because when I was in South Africa, I was very disappointed. And I did a lecture there and I told them how disappointed I was seeing so many people in the white society living in condos and living in nice homes, and right across the street there's a damn shanty town. I don't like seeing that whatsoever when there's 80% of the population is Black. And I was hoping, I'm like, when I come to Zimbabwe, I hope I don't see that either. And luckily, I didn't see it. I didn't see no shanty towns or nothing. So I'm pleasantly surprised, and I would love to see this country stay the way it is, independent. There's class issues. I've been to what's the place? What's that marketplace? I can't think of it. What's that marketplace? The open market. What's the open market? Umbari. Yes, I've been to Umbari. So that's your hood. Yeah, that's the hood. But even in your hood, I see that they generate millions of dollars in Umbari on the unofficial market. So I can respect that to a certain degree. So I don't want to see brothers and sisters here let these folks in and get recolonized. That's the last thing. That's why I would like African Americans, us to come over here, because we have disposable income. You have something we need, we have something you need. We have capital. Black people in America, we spend trillions of dollars a year alone. Us, we spend about $4 trillion on shoes, clothes. Just we mess our money up sometimes. But we have the disposable income. You over here, you have the land, You have the land, you have the heritage, and over there, we've been looking for that. We've always wanted to connect with our mother nation, our mother continent. So that's something that we can all leverage with one another. You know, so I hope, hopefully, we can bridge that gap.
We just had a fabulous time with Tariq. Please do follow him on Instagram, watch his movies, read his books. He has so much knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the climate in Africa. Thank you so much.
And stop kissing on the Rhodesians.